you guys. Basically, if you read the title, you know what's going on. Pretty much. We're just all playing pretty cool. Just played Roblox, Fortnite, hopped on. Now it's time to lock in. Here's my shirt for tomorrow, guys. Pretty sick with my shirt ready. I don't know what's here though. I'm just so smart, okay? Let's get cracking. Lacking. So, we're gonna be like doing a couple examples from today. Got some math and stuff from last year. This is a book I have. It's pretty full of stuff. I'm just gonna use it and like not use the pages that are big has stuff on it. You know. If you know, you know, guys. And if you don't know, then you don't know. Which is not really cool. So
welcome to lesson 2 arithmetic series of our
wait, arithmetic series. We want arithmetic sequence.
good day 20 dash here looking at very much the same idea, but instead of just listing, we know we're looking for term 22.
Okay, let's just do it really quickly. 11, 18, 25, dot, T, 22. So, term 1 is equal to 11. The difference is equal to 25 minus 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The difference is 7. What else do we know? We know that the number of terms is 22. So what can we do? We can use the formula. The secret Krabby Patty formula. Guys, I'm not real. This is stupid. Okay, so T 22 is equal to term 1 plus N, our N value is 22, minus 1 times 7. So, let's do what's 11 plus 22 minus 1 is 21 times 7. I don't know what 21 times 7 is off the top of my head. So we're just gonna open up the calculator. Where's the calculator button? I don't know, guys. You might be like, this is so obvious. I don't know what 21 times 7 is off the top of my head. 147. Yeah, guys, you know that? I sure didn't. Tell me in the comments down below. I'm so fake, bro. This is not real. Okay, 147 plus 11 is equal to 158. So, is term 2 equal to 158? We will find out.
I don't. You can.
Hey.
Daytime is playtime. Go binge watch Skylines. Skip to your own beat. Kick your feet up. Uptown. In gear that turns the
funk.
And finish by adding. And by finishing this off, what we finish with, the 22nd term is 100.
Can you guys see that? Oh my gosh, that's not the right question. Wait, where is it? Down a little bit. Sorry. Can you guys? Wait, no. Yeah, I got it. Okay, get this guy out of here. Okay, I know how to do it.
Number
No, we don't need the repetition. Okay. Tn is equal to... Okay, so just do as much as you can, basically, right? Yeah, so basically, this one, just do as much as you can. Simplify. Bro, this bed looks wrinkled. I gotta make my bed again. Let me show. Yeah, my guys, my bed is like right behind me. It's like I could probably I could lean back on it if I wanted to. Distracted by
-1 formula. W use on this event negative. Oh, the T of n value, which we didn't previously, and we can use the fifth term, is -6. It's kind of the cheap.
This is kind of easy for me.
Find this.
Series is a little bit more difficult.
So the sum of 53 terms, add 34 plus 156, turn by 4, into a
Tua?
U. Look, how do we read
I'm gonna kill myself.
for logs?
If that's on that should never be on the test. Just saying. Oh, there's a trig. We might have to do all of these ones, guys. Just saying. If they load, like if you can hear them. Will they load? Yes.
Good day, 20-1s.
We're doing them.
Welcome to Trigonometry,
Okay, guys.
chapter 2 of the booklet.
Yep.
Real quick before we get into it, let's talk a little bit about right-angled triangles.
Well, they're triangles.
We're key
Sokatua.
position angles. A little bit of terminology. First of all, you
I'm
have
sorry.
the initial arm. This and terminal arm. Everything in quadrant 1, you're going positive to the right and positive up to get into that. So you're going negative. Those just did create your t degrees. Be careful. Terminology and what we're 405 degrees is more than 360.
So you just go back. So it's like 360 for 405 minus 360. Carry the 1 is 10 minus 6, which is 4, 3 minus 3. So it's 45 degrees, basically. And boy, do I have something to tell you about 45 degrees. These are the triangles of life, people. I know, it sounds crazy, but trust me when I say these triangles mean everything to me. So wait, hold up, guys. We're gonna do a little bit of sillies. This is not sillies, this is actually gonna be helpful. Oh my god. Okay. Let's start off with trig.
So that means 405 degrees is a 360 degrees plus another 45 degrees. And going 3, what Asian rectangle arm that, well, if I, in this case, degrees, sorry, well, 40, 405, 360, because the other direction takes
Got you.
any
Really, this is like the easier stuff, but I just want to get like the really hard stuff, like sine and cosine law. And special case triangles.
Pythagoras by square rooting. 1 plus 1 is 2. Square root it. And rounded decimal or a repeating pass, say, well, why can't I label it 3333 or 777? You could label it whatever you want. If they're all the same because it's a square, I could label it 137, 137, 137, 137. But then your numbers are just ugly, but you get the same information. So 111 works nice. Well, with that diagonal, as I have it right, do I know 5 degrees? I need this side here. Is root. Side length 1, side length 1 is 1, 1. Root 2 is not a big stretch. So we have a diagonal, root 2. And now that I have a right angle triangle, I can OB5 value. Our calc, but exactly. So that's what we're looking at. Let's. So 50. Nice. So we're going to end up with a right.
What if I just remember that? Sorry, guys. Oh my god, I just. I feel like I fucking. What are them? Okay, wait, hold on. Really, it's alright. It was just like, you can't open a paint. I want to open a paint. Okay, why is it so small? That's too small. It's too tiny. It's not gonna work. Okay, this'll work. Okay, wait, hold on. This is kind of weird, but. Nah. So you got your square, right? You divide this square in half. So you're left with and They're all equal to 1. And let's just forget about this, but remember that they all have 90-degree angles. But, okay, so now we should have one of them, right? We just want to have one of them. Because there's only one thing, right? So, obviously we're going to keep these as the same. And how do you find the hypotenuse? Well, 1 squared plus 1 squared equals c squared. So 1 times 1 is 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2 equals c squared. And things we don't want c squared. We just want c. So we go the square root of it, and the square root, we can't find a square root of 2. It's not like an exact value, so it's just gonna be root 2 plus minus, but root 2. So this is how you get it. And what are the angles? Well, these are all 90 degrees, right? Because it's a square. These are also, and what's 90 divided by 2? Because it's cut in half. What can I say? I'm just a math master. Oh my god, bro. Just my phone, Discord, your family. quick share. I probably just doxed myself there or something. Save this PNG, sure. Just a quick save, bro. I don't care. I don't care. Probably something important was named after that, but I don't care. Okay. Numero uno. Numero dos. What am I doing? Oh, no. We have to get equilateral triangle. Alright, we're just gonna say it's an equilateral triangle. Let's see if I can try. Wait, hold up. There's an equilateral triangle right here. Okay. Actually, there's also a right angle. No, okay, whatever. I'm stupid. Anyway, that's not important. They're all equal to 2 degrees, right? And 180, 60, 120, 180, right? Yeah. So each of these has to be equal to 60 degrees. But also, we could put this in half. So what's half of 2? Let's just think of it this way. Now, okay, this looks like a... what the fuck was that? Sorry, guys. Half of 2, because we cut it off. I just want this part. Like, well, the whole thing, but sorry. Okay, 1. This thing is still root 2, right? And how do we find this? We have the hypotenuse, so it's going to be c squared minus b squared equals. Okay. So, for c squared minus 1 squared equals b squared. 2 times 2 is 4 minus 1, which is equal to b squared. 3 equals b squared. You root it? You root it. There's your answer. Root 3. I just solved the math, guys. I just solved the math. Save 2.
Right.
Basically, I'm gonna go.
I now have a I still have
Well, it's 16 to do, but that's not
tangent of 30 would be opposite 1 over it. And if we got to how we want to say well on this base C is give triangle 5 get C use sine 30 or 1 by 30 use 30 code for 20%. Now cities there's
okay, cool. Okay, special triangles, I got that. Good. Sine law and cosine law. What time is it? Fuck. It's like 12 o'clock.
20-1s.
12 hours.
Welcome to the second half of the trig units. That's what it's summed up into.
Mm-hmm.
Calculations aren't real difficult. Pretty straightforward. Only thing is,
No way.
if you have any non-right triangle, couple things to review. Angles are always labeled with capital letters.
Yeah, I know.
Angle ABC, or triangle ABC is made up of angles A, angle B, angle C. Please remember that the sides of a triangle, one way to label this bottom side would be side AC, but it's also more commonly referred to as side lowercase b. Angle B, which is labeled capital, is always across from side lowercase b. Side AB. Well, another way to call side AB is because it's across.
Wait a minute, guys. I just want to check. Because I don't don't want to be doing that. Oh my god. If it said one person watching, I should be like, check. Because I don't want to be doing that. Oh my god. Wait, I can just drink on. What am I gotta look like? Hey, ladies. If it said one person watching, I should be like, sorry, hey, ladies.
From angle C, it could be side lowercase c.
Yeah.
Because angle over is going to cross or operate over in C over C.
So for this, we need to have an angle and a side that are the same, right?
And to function my angle side
Angle side pairing.
and then we have sine law. So not cross inverse sine the value isosceles triangle. Notes and see what we have. That's how I always approach it. That a lot of times I
Okay.
now couple y a squared equals first information. It's recognizing the angle B and side B, whatever it was. That angle side pairing was essential. You're not always going to have that. In which case, we have the cosine law. And the cosine law is not a big step in a bunch of information. It's recognizing the cosine law has to be used and understanding that we're looking at two different formula to use. So the cosine law, if you can't use the sine law, has that formula or that formula to work with, which will always be given on a formula sheet to you. Take note that the first formula basically would be used to calculate a side length, lowercase a, if that's the side you're trying to find. Well, and the fact that it's a squared, eventually you're going to have a squared equal to some bit of information. Note that every time you're finding a side length, the last step will always to be square root to get a by itself.
Okay, I got you, Mr. McD. Oh. Don't wanna dox the cultural genocide. McDonald videos, Chandler videos. There's so fucking much.
20-1s.
What are you?
This exciting quadratic function unit continues. For little thing I hit graph that we're going to do steps and processes. Little. This second one, x divide it by a 2, and then we're going to square all that. So this is our magic step. The x coefficient divided by 2, you there. 9, but add to -6, -3, -3. We have our perfect square. We've completed the square. But before we get to that, here's this. Because I put 18.
Tweaking. We're gonna have to watch a Mr. Chandler video. That's the disgust I feel. I'm crying right now.
Values 1, 3, 1. There's your vertex. P -2, Q -4. Well, that's really X, Y in an ordered pair. -2,
I don't want a calculator. Creating a
Well, different pieces jump out to students differently. We need A, P, and Q before I create the equation. First thing that jumps out at me personally, vertex. As soon as you have the vertex, things with that one. Place has to have be this is a which is A, P, and Q. Here's the first equation that requires vertex. Wait, P and Q. We know that our quadrilateral is 2 equal 3. So x over about 8. You'll give it a try. See what you come up with.
Congruent to. Wait, what does he say?
For what we have. So one a little bit different. Take a look at number 4. Maybe pause the video, give it a try, see what you come up with, and then we can do it together.
Okay, wait. So this is basically saying y is equal to negative 6x squared. Because congruent means opposite, basically. Oh, equal. Congruent. Oh, it is. It's just saying that it is. They're trying to trick me. Oop, oop, oop. So it's not negative. X minus P. See, so axis of symmetry is X. What's the other one? It's axis of symmetry and yeah, I got that, but like, what would this be? This would be the x-intercepts, right? Wherever the y, right? Wherever the y. It's like max would be y. Yeah. Alright. What's max? Yeah. Derivatives to test the critical points, the maximum value, and usually the maximum value. I think we use the. I don't know, bro.
So in this case, 2 we need is what jump
I know how to
in
lay it
axis
out.
of symmetry. It's at -5. So if at -5 I have my axis of symmetry, remember the axis of symmetry is went. The last, I don't know. So I like the visual. That is telling me that we're down at -3 because is less than, but I'll be honest with you, it's a lot like number that if you know what A, P, and Q is, you're set. Y, A times X minus P minus -5 ways to present the visual. One form A -1/2. So we know is now 4 over.
Okay, I know how to find the minus. Vertex minus. Okay. We're pulling it out. What? Okay, wait. Frick. Oh, birthday. In the... Ay, caramba. Oh, brother. Thanks for trying. Like, don't make me use Opera GX. I will destroy you. Bro, these freaking... ChatGPT really wants me to sign up. I like never used it, but I just need to ask it something. Okay. In the equation, A. X minus B. The right construction. P. X. The vertical shift. What the fuck do you mean the vertical shift? Is this max or min? Okay. Sorry. That's how you lock it on math, guys. You just be silly Billy. Half-Life. This was like during... I'm just gonna be honest. It's kind of a scary game, not gonna lie. I get scared. What was I gonna show you guys? Can I open up my own OneDrive on here? Because if I could, y'all would not even be ready. Or can I pretend you guys don't see this? Because no one's actually gonna like watch this and be like, guys, like freaking out, you know? Mark Carney's Prime Minister. When did I have that? Wait, oh no. This is. It's like forever ago, guys. Don't worry. I'm not like that kind of guy who's like piling things. like a little.
Go.
Okay, wait, no, I'm gonna get sued. Anyways, yeah, yes, anyways. That was a quick, like, 30-minute study live stream because I just wanted to try and get something done. I knew I wouldn't pay attention if I didn't, like, live stream it. So, thank you guys for watching. Drop the mic.